Gerald Classic Whole Body Tonic is a dietary supplement, not a drug. Therefore, it is useful to affect the structure and/or function of your body in various ways, but it is not intended to and will not cure, mitigate, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual testimonials may not be everyone's experience and do not constitute scientific evidence. Gerald Corporation does not make any drug or treatment claims for its product.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm glad you're on the call. Do we have a big call for you tonight? We have a gentleman who has got so many things that are going right for him that were going wrong for him for an awful long time. I'll let him tell you everything there is to be told about it, but he is 66 years old, and he's got one heck of a story. So you better put on your seatbelts and listen up, because this is something for you, your friends, your family, your loved ones. I'm sure with all the different health challenges he had and that are being corrected since he's been drinking JC Tonic, you're going to have an earful. So here we go. My guest is Gerald. Hello, Gerald.
Hi, good evening.
Well, you just tell them the whole story from top to bottom, the way it was and the way it is now.
Well, just before I was going to start on the JC Tonic, I had a complete physical. I done this because I wanted to know what was totally all wrong with me. So I was diagnosed with diabetes. Of course, he wanted to put me on diabetes medication, and I said, no, I'm going to try something on my own. Being on the JC Tonic, after 4 bottles, I was totally able to not even think about having diabetes. My count went down to 5.6.
From what was it? It was
7.8.
And how many ounces a day were you drinking?
Okay, the first 2 days I started out at 2 ounces, one in the morning, one in the evening. The third day I went up to 3. The fourth day I went up to 4, and then the fifth day I went up to 5, and I kept doing that.
And you kept that on, and are you measuring your sugar level at home?
Yes.
So you measured it and it went down to 5. Is it down even more now?
Yes, it is. Right now it's, well, the last time I looked, I haven't checked it now for a long time because I know it's good, but it was 4.5 the last time I looked, I think it was.
Holy smokes. And what is the healthy measure?
Anywhere in that area. Anywhere in there is fine.
So, holy smokes. And that's within 4 bottles?
Yes, exactly.
That is something else.
And then some of my other problems, I've had on high blood pressure pills. I've been able to totally throw them right away.
And you measure your blood pressure as well, I guess?
Yes, absolutely.
And what was it and what is it now?
My blood pressure right now, let me go to my book here.
Oh, you keep it in a book. That's great.
Oh, yeah, 126/76, 121/70. It's running in that neighborhood.
You're just like a youngster. Isn't that really? It's true. I mean, that kind of blood pressure, not many people in their 60s can keep it at that range,
No, and actually normal for my age is 134/87.
Is that so?
So I'm really doing good on it. That's for sure. It's really made an amazing change,
And did that happen in the same 4 bottles, or did that happen a little later, or how did it go?
That actually happened way quicker than the 4 bottles for the high blood pressure.
Wow.
Yes, It was amazing how my body reacted to the JC Tonic was just unbelievable. And I also have Crohn's disease, and it has done so much for that. It is just totally unbelievable. I do not have, the cramping as much as I used to have and everything, and it's really done wonders for that, too. It's got a little ways to go yet, but it's really helped it.
I mean, when you have Crohn's, it's pretty serious, isn't it?
Yes. But I've looked after, I've basically done a lot with my diet with Crohn's. So I figured that this would really, really take the extra step that I needed. And it has. It's really taken that extra step.
Still feel something? Just you're okay, or it gets better and better every day?
It gets better and better. I just don't have the discomfort in my gut,
Wow.
Like I was having before. And then I was on hiatus hernia pills, and before I could throw them away, I had to get to the 6th bottle. It took me 6 bottles before I could throw that pill away. So I'm on no medication at all anymore at all. Nothing.
Gerald, you are a miracle in as much as the amount of JC Tonic that you used to get these kind of results, because a lot of people have quite a row to hoe before they can get these kind of results. What else have you done in your life that...
Well, I've hit it really hard, though, like doing 5 shots, a day.
Yeah.
So, I think if you've got problems, you have to hit it hard. You got to make sure that you get enough. If your body can handle it, you got to get it into you. And I really feel that was the key to my success. And then after my physical, I needed to go on a diet and lose some weight.
What's some weight? How much are you overweight?
Well, I want to get down to 200 pounds, and I weighed 248, and I've lost 21 pounds.
Wow!
Saturday, so.
Over the same period with the same amount?
Everything come together all at the same time.
So that gives you some idea of the short time it's taken to get him into, wow, he was telling me, what were you telling about your energy and everything else that's just...
Absolutely. My energy is just unbelievable. You know, I used to wake up in the morning and didn't want to get out of bed for a while, you know. When I wake up now, I'm out of bed just right now and ready to go. It's just incredible. It's just has reacted with my system so good that it's just, I don't know if, you know, how it is with most people, but it just reacted with my system so good. It's unbelievable. I'm so happy with it.
You're just like have a whole new life, don't you?
Yes, exactly. And it makes your life so much more enjoyable.
And that's it. I keep telling people over these calls, you know, in the end, you have to look at the quality of life you have. You're in your 60s, and all you were facing was worse and worse quality of life that a person could imagine. As you grow older, you get sicker, and you feel worse. And my good Lord, just this change, it brings you back 20 years.
Oh, absolutely. And to get rid of your medication, I mean, it's so important to get that stuff out of your system and to be able to throw it away and, you know, everything is fine. I mean, that's the great thing about this. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I tell you, every time I see that bottle, I just smile because it's really done something for me, I'll tell you.
Wow. That's amazing. And the amount that you've taken is even more amazing, that you've had these reactions and results, and that is so great to hear. So what else? What did we miss?
Well, I think we pretty well. Oh, I used to wake up all the time with backaches and sore feet. My feet would get so sore during the day, you know, just real early in the morning too, you know, 3 hours of work and I'd have sore feet. And that backache is unbelievable. I wake up and there's nothing there unless I've heard it or something the day before, you know.
And that was something that had lasted, had been going on for years?
Oh, years and years and years and years.
Are you serious? Years and years and years, and now now it's nothing? It's down to zero?
Yep, nothing. Once in a while I'll get a little faint during the day or something, you know, I'll get a little sensation, but it was so bad in the morning.
You know, I think you better stop talking, Gerald, because everybody's going to phone and order all the product we have in stock the way you're talking. Are you sure you're not adding a little something on here?
No, I sure am not. I'll tell you, I'm not that kind of a person, I'll tell you, because, and my sore feet, that has helped that so much. It's just crazy.
Well, that alone, I mean, to get up and go and work every day and with sore feet, and I often wonder, how do people live? How do you get through a day with all the stuff that's wrong with you? And then you take the medications, and then you feel worse here, you feel worse there. My good Lord, it's terrible. This poor health, how it wrecks a life. You certainly seem to be having a new life.
Oh, absolutely, and I can't wait to drink that JC Tonic, I'll tell you. I'm still taking, you know, up to 4 ounces a day, you know. I still feel that I'm going to just keep hitting it and get everything that I can to correct my body, because this year it just didn't happen in a couple of years, you know. This took 66 years to get there. Well, it's not going to get everything cured up in just a little short time here, you know.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So many people just don't realize when they're ill. It didn't happen 6 months or a year ago when they started feeling badly. It's been going on for 20 years or 60 years, and little by little the body breaks down. So the road back is a little bit difficult sometimes, but in your case, golly, and losing 21 pounds in over a period of 5 bottles, over a period of maybe 2 months, and, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've lost
maybe 3 months.
Yeah, so I've lost as high as 3 pounds in a week. I've lost.
Say that again?
I've lost as high as 3 pounds a week.
Isn't that amazing? Oh, Well, I hope a lot of people on this call are listening that have some weight to lose, because we've been saying for years and years that the JC Tonic will lose that weight through normal metabolic means, and that's a nice way to lose it little by little. But if you're losing 3 pounds a week sometimes, then you're going to get back. What did you want to lose? 40 pounds, you said? 50 pounds?
Yeah, I'd like to lose 48 pounds.
48 pounds
is what my goal is.
Well, Gerald, you certainly are going to help a lot of people by telling them this story. We appreciate it enormously, and we will be following you and waiting for you to come back to the call and tell us more good stuff.
Well, I sure appreciate all your help, Anthony, because you're not scared to take time. Whenever I got questions for you, I can phone you, and you really do spend time with me and, explain stuff, and that's really so important for the person that is taking this. With your knowledge, it helps so much.
And I'm glad you brought that up, too, because I've told people, don't be shy, call me. Whoever's on this call tonight, you need help, you need an idea, you need some direction, I'll be happy to do it. And that's what I do best. I know this product inside out, I know what it does, and I know the body pretty darn well, so I can give you some good advice and help. And I think in the case of Gerald, it was the same thing. I told him that he should be taking larger quantities to get so many things started to turn around. I didn't know it was going to turn around so quickly. Bravo for you, and I'm sure I'm happy for you. You must just be like a new man now.
Yeah, I really do appreciate everything that the JC Tonic has done for me, I'll tell you that. I never expected to get results, this quick.
You didn't even expect to get everything done all at once.
Well, that's right, and just here's something else. I got my neighbor on it, and he had high blood pressure, and it was high. He would never tell me how high it is, but he was over here the other night, and he stopped in, and I said, well, what are you registering now with your blood pressure? And he said, I'm down to 7 now, and he's only taken 2 ounces a day. And
so he's pretty darn happy.
Yes.
Has he cut back on his blood pressure medication?
He doesn't take any.
He doesn't take any?
No.
Well, good thing he's taking the JC.
Yes. Yep.
Well, we got to get him on the call to report in one of these days,
yep.
Gerald. But I appreciate you being here and sharing this with everybody. Thank you very, very much, and we will wait for your next report.
Very good, and I thank you so much, Anna.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye now.
Thanks. Well, folks, that is some call. I have my pal Betty on the line with me again, as I do many, many times. She talks to literally hundreds of people a week and has all kinds of input, so I asked her to be on to make sure we cover what was said in this call. Because Gerald jumped right in and used large quantities, and he had tremendous results very quickly. And everybody may not be able to jump in that quickly with the big quantities. Most of the people who do have so many health issues really have to start slowly so they don't have a healing crisis or they don't have much of a one. So, I don't know, Betty, what do your people talk to you about, and how do you handle it with everybody that you speak with?
Hi, Anthony. Well, every case for me I treat differently. Everybody's body is different. Obviously, nobody has the same health issues going on. For anybody who is, elderly, if they're on a lot of medication, I really like to start them slow. I'll ask them to take 1/4 of an ounce in the morning and in the evening.
Oh, that little, 1/4.
Yeah, that's the way I start them, but just for 2 days. And I always ask them if they eat breakfast, put a little bit of food in your stomach when you're starting out. And after 2 days, usually I'm on the phone anyway to see how they're doing, but, then I'll tell them to try doing 1/2 ounce twice a day. And then at that point, we kind of see how it goes, dependent on what their issue is. For some of the very, very serious people, the cancers or
like what Gerald was suffering of, 4 or 5 different problems.
Yeah, so, for those who are really, really having some major health issues, I do like to get them up maybe 4 or 5 ounces a day. And, if we can do that within the first month or 2, and obviously I'm keeping in touch with them too. But yeah, I was, I've told people, someone who's in really good health, like it's not an issue for me to tell them start with 1/2 ounce twice a day and then kind of play with your first bottle and bump it up. But I've had people who totally don't even listen to me, which is fine. They want to start, heavy duty right away. And, I mean, that's up to them. I don't have any control over that. I just don't want anyone to detoxify or have any, type of side effects. So for me,
normally that's probably what would happen. But in Gerald's case, he didn't have a healing crisis.
No. I just like to err on the side of caution. I don't want to lose anybody. I want them to stay on the product, obviously, because I know what it's going to do for them. So, yeah, I guess, I mean, it's great. He had a miracle. Obviously, so many miracles are coming in every single day. But, yeah, I just, I kind of wanted your opinion, but I guess you're sort of my line of thinking. Start them off easy and, just...
Well, I've told people, and many people tell people, half an ounce is plenty. I was surprised that you start them with a quarter of an ounce, and that could be a good idea as well. Yeah. If you can avoid them having any kind of a healing crisis, then all the better. And so a quarter ounce for a couple of days, half an ounce for 3 more days, and then work your way up. But most people with the kind of health issues that Gerald has would probably have a healing crisis if they started with 5 ounces.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I imagine they would. So, again, I don't want to lose anybody thinking, it's making me sick or I'm getting diarrhea or whatever. If you do go through a healing crisis, especially when you're not taking very much, it's not going to last you more than a day or two. And it's nothing to be concerned about, in my opinion anyway. So I just want to keep them on the product.
Well, there we are. Folks, that is really good advice, and take it to heart and just follow those very, very easy guidelines and avoid, people are anxious to get started, and I've had some people who also started with large quantities and had a bit of a discomfort with it because they were excited and anxious to try, so they swigged it instead of just measured it. So it's a good thing to keep in mind at all times, and when you have a new person coming on board, starting for the first time, go over those issues with them. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Cover them. What are your issues? Do you take medication? When they start rattling off that they have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, high this, high that, you want to tell them, just take it easy, let your body get used to it, and go from there. And then raise the quantity at will as your body starts to change, which is, I guess, in the end, what you end up doing, Betty.
Yeah, and of course, if we're putting kids on the product, which kids should be on the product, you're always starting with a smaller quantity. I was talking to a gal yesterday, and she said she had 2 dogs, and I said, okay, what kind of dogs? What is their weight? So we went over that. Just a little dog, quarter of an ounce, once a day in his food, whatever. So everybody is treated separately. Just, in my opinion, don't overdo it. Don't rush. You got your whole bottle there to, take advantage of. And if it takes, a little bit longer, I don't think that's a problem, as long as you're not going through a detox.
Perfect. And don't forget, everybody, there is the wonderful audio of Dr. Bruce Fife talking about the healing crisis. It's in everyone's welcome letter, so every one of your new clients, customers who starts should get that letter and be able to listen to it. It's also in hard copy right there on the website. You should drive everybody there and have them read it, and just to make sure that they understand how it works, okay?
Yeah.
And Betty has something else to tell everybody, so Betty, front and center, it's all yours. A little surprise.
I was going to tell everybody that our wonderful Helena Skin Rejuvenator right now is on a special. And you can actually get 4 of the 4-ounce samples for $75. That's including your shipping. So I've had a lot of people ordering it. I mean, I just love this stuff. I use it every single day, and men are using it, of course. And It's great as a gift, too, Keep a gift idea in mind for something like that.
Actually, it's four 4-ounce bottles.
Yeah, 4 4-ounce bottles. Yeah.
So 2 4-ounce bottles usually cost $59.95 with the shipping.
Yep.
And you're going to get 4 of these instead of 2 for $75, including the shipping. What a deal!
Exactly. Yeah, it's a really good special rate.
Now we're telling everybody that, folks. Just because we're trying to change to a new 4-ounce bottle, and so we want to get the old ones that we have in stock out. The product is and will always be the same in the new 4-ounce bottle. So we don't mind if you stock up, because when the new package is introduced, it'll be back to the regular price. So take advantage.
Yeah, no, it's an incredible product, and I just love the smell. I've never smelled such a beautiful smelling lotion in my life, and a lot of people tell me that. They just love the smell, and they love how your skin absorbs it. So,
Oh, that's great. So we chose well on that one as well. That's great.
Yeah, you did. It's funny, I was just reading on the internet. They had a picture of a pig, poor little piggy, and they have new swine flu with pandemic potential discovered in China. So, it just doesn't end, and the only way we can continue on is to keep our immune system pumped up. There's always going to be something out there that is gunning for us. Unfortunately.
And that is so important in this virus time, that's the thing to make sure that everyone on this call understands and talks to their friends and neighbors and family. It's in the immune system. The whole deal is the immune system, folks. If you don't get a cold, it's because you have a strong immune system. And guess what? We have 80 and 90-year-olds and 70-year-olds who've been drinking this for 10, 20, 30 years. They don't get colds anymore, and that's only because it boosts the immune system so tremendously. So, holy smokes, take advantage and make sure that you and your children and grandparents are safe by just boosting the immune system, and it'll save a lot of grief in the family, that's for sure.
And every single call I make, first thing I say, are you okay? Like, has the pandemic affected you or not? And believe me, Anthony, so many people turn and say to me, no, of course not. I'm on the JC Tonic.
That's great. I love it.
It's fun to hear that. But I've only come across one gal who had the COVID-19. She actually, her and her husband ended up in the hospital. She said she almost died from it. The following month, they both got it again.
Oh.
And then she ended up ordering a bottle of the tonic.
She had not been drinking it before?
No, they weren't. So they ordered a bottle of the tonic because they sure didn't want to end up back in the hospital again. And long story short, she said when she got on the tonic, her symptoms from the virus really straightened themselves out, and they didn't end up in the hospital again. And she said she'll continue taking JC Tonic forever.
On one bottle? Holy cow.
Yeah, well, they've ordered since then. This was back in February, I think it happened to them. So, but she said they almost died. They never felt so sick in their lives.
Well, we've had a lot of, particularly ambassadors, who have been telling folks to boost the dose, take 2-3 ounces instead of their usual 1 ounce or whatever they take.
Yeah, a lot of people are telling me they're doing that since the pandemic came, that they're doubling their doses.
That will be the cheapest health benefit that anyone can have, is just double the dose and make sure that boosts that you do boost your immune system. So
I've done that. I've sometimes taken 3 a day now.
3 ounces a day?
3 ounces a day, yeah.
Wow.
I'll take 1 now in the morning, 1 at supper time, and 1 before going to bed.
So, folks, there you are. You heard it from where it works. So we've got all these people who are talking to us about how good it is for that particular purpose, as well as everything that Gerald mentioned, and of course everything else that Betty mentioned. So get with that program and boost that dose, and make sure you stay well.
Yeah,
and of course, make sure you grab all the Helena you can get.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
And you know what some people do to really stretch out the Helena? They'll mix a bit of the JC Tonic with the Helena. And, of course, it's going to work with your skin meridians just like the tonic does. So, yeah, then they can, basically use it all over their bodies. So, yeah,
wow.
It's a good way to stretch it out a little bit.
We better get some of those before and after pictures going, Betty.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All righty. So that's great. Thanks a lot for jumping in there, folks. Once again, was another great call. Come back and see us. No, next week. Don't come back. It's July the 1st weekend and July the 4th weekend. So we're going to take off with everybody and have a little holiday. So the following week, we'll be back.
Oh, and you have to wish me and everybody here in Canada a happy Canada Day.
Canada Day.
Yeah, July 1st.
Oh, on July 4th. On July 1st, that's right.
July 1st, is our Canada Day. So, yeah. So happy Canada Day to us, and happy Canada Day to you because you're a former Canadian.
That's right.
Sure
I fly the flag on the 1st, and I fly the Stars and Stripes on the 4th.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, put up a Canadian flag there, too.
Well, it goes first on the 1st. 1st of July is the Canada flag.
Canada
the next
Day,
one is the U.S. flag. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of each is good.
Perfect. So, folks, happy Canada Day and happy 4th of July. And we'll see you soon. You'll get an email and let you know when the next call is, which will be the week after.
Okay.
All righty. So thanks, Betty. So long, everyone. Don't forget, take an ounce and feel the bounce.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.